and stuff that we're bringing to the market. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen, and then we'll get started with the compensation plan. So give me just 1 second here. Okay, fantastic. You should be able to see the screen right now. I am going to go through just kind of the basics. We don't want to have a super long call. The compensation plan is very simple. I think one of the more difficult parts about it is people just tend to overcomplicate it because there really are no gotchas. We've tried to keep it as simple as you possibly can. There's several different ways to get paid. I'm going to go through, I'll go through briefly all 8. But we're really just going to focus on 2 main parts of the compensation plan. We have the customer bonus, we have a first order bonus, the 2-team pay, lifestyle bonuses on the premier package, on the $50 package, 20% match on all of your personal, starting with your very first one, up to 4 generations of a 10% match. I will take a little bit of time and explain generations just because I think it's one thing that a lot of people kind of struggle with. People understand levels, but a lot of times they don't really understand generations, and there is a massive difference. The 2% global bonus pool shared amongst all the diamonds, and then the one-time rank advance bonuses that go all the way up from $10,000 to $150,000. So we'll go through in detail the different ways that you can get paid. It is, again, a pretty basic compensation plan. When people join, they have 2 options. They can join Flex Technologies as a customer, or they can join it as a distributor. And so as a customer, you're going to earn 25% of the CV on the purchase price, and then 75% is going to go into the 2-team plan. So basically, every single time they order, you're going to earn 25%. On customers, it's actually on the dollar, so 25% of the dollar, and then 75% of the CV is going to go into the 2-team plan. It pays it automatically on your lesser team to try and balance the leg. So when the compensation plan runs every week, it finds out what team is the lesser, and then it posts your customer volume where it's going to benefit you the most. It can even split the customer volume, half on your left, half on your right. So customer plan is very basic. It is on every order. So it's not just on the first order. You make 25% on the dollar on every order, and then 75% of the CV goes into the 2-team plan in the ways to maximize your commissions. The fast start bonus or the first order bonus is on first orders only. That's 50% of the CV. So let's just use an example. Let's say that it's a $25 package that has 20 CV. You're going to make $10. Both the customer plan and the first order bonus are instant pay, meaning that as soon as they make the purchase, it goes directly into your e-wallet instantly. Once it's in your e-wallet, you can request every week, and then we pay that out on Fridays. We have 2 different payment options. We use an option called Pay Quicker, and then another option called Payout. So again, it gives people the ability to get their money all over the world, anything from an ACH to a wire transfer to a physical check to Bitcoin to add it to a debit or credit card that you already have, or a pay card through Pay Quicker or Payout. So there's many, many different ways to get your commissions. Again, both the customer bonus and the first order bonus are both paid real-time instant commissions. 20% of the CV goes into the 2-team plan wherever that distributor is placed. So if I have a distributor on my left team and I sponsor them, again, let's just say it's the $25 pro package, I'm going to make $10, and then $4, which is 20% of the 20 CV, will be placed on the left side of my 2-team plan. We have the matching bonus or the 2-team bonus. This pays between 10 to 20% of your pay leg. I'm going to explain it both ways because in reality, all 2-team plans pay on both legs. A lot of times, just to try and simplify it, I don't think that it does simplify it, but a lot of times to try and simplify it, they've came up with a term and a 2-team plan of your pay leg and your power leg. Basically, the pay leg would just be the lesser leg. and then you make 10 to 20% of that. Or how I prefer to explain it, because it's more accurate, is take the matched volume of both legs and you make 5 to 10% of both legs. All two-team plans take volume off of both legs. They all pay on two legs. It's just how it's been explained, for who knows why. I don't know the first one who decided to explain it completely wrong, but it just went on from there and there. So just to try and make sure that there's no confusion, when we get to the two-team part, I will explain it both ways. Again, because it does pay on both legs, I like to explain you take the matched volume and then you make 5 to 10% of the matched volume on both legs. But again, if you just double the lesser leg, it actually works out to be the same thing. So that's the two-team plan, pays up to $20,000 per week with any order. So even at the $14.95, you can make up to $20,000 per week. The matching bonus is a 20% on all personals. Whatever they make in the two-team plan, you make 20% on every single person that you sponsor, unlimited. And so again, even at the $14.95, you're going to get up to $20,000 per week, and then unlimited matches on your personal matching bonuses. So again, that's very unique. Most plans, you have to be at the top level in order to max out the compensation plan. Here, you can still make well over $100,000. You can actually make unlimited per month, even at the $14.95 package. Generation matching, we pay up to 4 generations of a 10% match. Again, that's based off of the two-team plan. We're going to go into these more detail, and we do have graphics to make it a little bit easier to understand. Global bonus pool, that's 2% of all the sales volume shared with diamond distributors, and that's paid every single week. One-time rank advance bonuses, that is between $10,000 to $150,000, starting at blue diamond, going all the way up to green diamond. Those are one-time rank advance bonuses. And then the lifestyle bonus with the flex plan, it's only based off of the $50 package. So that's something that, again, we'll cover all of these in a little bit more detail. The lifestyle bonus, I like to explain, because if you really want to maximize every bit of commission, all you have to do is understand this one bonus. There's actually 4 different bonuses, but all 4 of them max out the compensation plan completely. So we have a 2x2. There's 3 basic steps. Step number 1, I get started for $50. Step number 2, I share this information with as many people as it takes. Doesn't matter if it takes 5 people or 500 people to find 2. I just share the information with as many people as it takes to find 2. Step number 3, I help them do the same thing. And that earns the first bonus, which is the 2x2, $50 bonus. That's paid every single month, as long as you have 2 active at 50, who also have 2 active at 50. So if I go and I refer 20 people, as long as 2 of them are at $50 and 2 of them have referred at least 2 people or more at 50, I get that bonus. Now, 1 step more, 3 who get 3, that's a $150 bonus in addition to the rest of my commissions. 4 who get 4 is a $250 bonus in addition to my commissions. And the 5 who get 5, that's a total of 30 people, is a $350 bonus in addition to my commissions. In reality, that's going to pay somewhere around $400 to $500 per month, with only a total of 30 people on your team, each purchasing the $50 premium package. Now, what's so powerful about that? 2-team plans, just a little knowledge. They pay the fewest checks in the industry. That's not all bad. B, they also take the most people to make a profit of any plan in the industry. So if you look at any of the 2-team plans, other than this one, basically, it's going to take an average of 30 people to cover your auto ship. And the auto ship typically is $100, $200 per month. So again, this is very unique, because you're not just at a break even, you are in good profit with only 6 people. That's 500% less than basically any of our competitors. With 30 people, which is the break even point with pretty much every other compensation plan that is a 2-team plan. And even if you look at just general compensation plan, the average break even is around 15 people. So here the break even is 6, and that's not even a break even. You're basically making probably $70 or $80 with just 6 people. And that's residuals. We're not talking about, first order bonuses, stuff like that. We're talking about residual pay every single month. So if this is the only thing that you understand in the entire compensation plan, that's fine because it's all you need to understand. If you get two, help them get two, the 2x2 lifestyle bonus or the 3x3, 4x4, or 5x5. If you duplicate that process, every other piece of the compensation plan takes care of itself. The 2-team plan, again, very, very basic, very, very easy. In order to be qualified for up to $20,000 per week, all you needed to have is at least a $14.95 order. Everything else is just based on volume. So you have 2 teams. You can say team A, team B, left team, right team, however you want to do it. So we'll just say left and right. Every single week, the orders are placed either down your left team or your right team. In order to max this out, you need a personal order. You need 1 active person on your left, 1 active person on your right. At that time, you become 2-team qualified to earn up to $20,000 per week. It's just based on volume. You start off as what we call a brand partner, and then you go all the way up to green diamond based on what that volume is. Starting out a brand partner, that starts out at 5% of the matched volume, or as I mentioned, 10% of the lesser team. So if we just look at this right here, you have $50 or let's see, $95 on the lesser team. You're going to make, depending on how you look at it, if you make 10% of that, it would be $9.50, or you can also make up to 20% of that. And so again, just based on your rank. But every single week, as you get paid, it's going to balance out those legs. So let's just take an example and say that I have $50 on my left team and $75 on my right team. If we take the matched volume, that's going to be $50 on both teams. And if we're at the brand partner and we make 10% on the pay leg, that's going to be $5. Another way that I like to explain it would be 5% on both legs of the matched volume. So that would be 5% of 50 on your left, which is $5. 5% of 50 on your right, which is $2.50, and $2.50. So it equals a total of 5. So if you go either way, again, one more time slow, I have 50 CV on my left, 75 on my right. You can explain it 2 ways. One, you make 10% of the lesser team, 10% of 50 is 5, or you make 5% of the balanced volume of both legs. So $50 is the balanced volume. I make 5% of the $50 on my left, which is $2.50. I make 5% of the $50 on my right, which is $2.50. The same exact total, $5. And that's as a brand partner. Once you get up to the rank of diamond, that maxes out the compensation plan, and you would make 20% of the lesser team or 10% of the matched volume. Basically, you'd make $10 instead of 5. Now, again, remember, we said you got paid on the matched volume, 50 left, 50 right, but the right did 75. So what happens is that $25 that you wasn't paid on is going to carry over the next week, and it continues to carry over until you eventually get paid on it. So all the volume that you're not paid on carries over. And typically what ends up happening in a 2-team plan is the legs don't grow at the exact same rate. So one starts to grow a little bit faster, but what it enables you to do in your back office, you get to choose what side all of the new people that you personally introduce are coming in on. So let's say that my right side is the biggest. I just lock all the volume on the left, and I just focus on one leg, and I'm making between 10 to 20% on every single person on that leg to infinity. There's no way that a matrix, there's no way that a unilevel can ever compete or even come close to competing to something that's paying 10 to 20% unlimited levels. It doesn't happen. I feel that this is the fairest type of compensation plan that there is, especially when you max it out with 1 active left, 1 active right, and the rest is just 100% based on volume. The matching bonus, very simple. Again, 20% of all of your personals. So this right here, say that you have 5 personals, their total 2-team pay for the week is $1,000, you would make $200. If you have 25 personals, their total 2-team pay for the week is $10,000, you would make $2,000. If you had 50 people, these are just giving hypothetical examples, and the total commissions was $25,000, you would make 20%, which is $5,000. Now, every single person can make up to $20,000 per week. That means every single person that you refer gives you the chance to make $4,000 per week just off of the personal match. And the personal match is not nearly as strong as the generational match. This is on the same page. Hopefully you can see this okay. The generation match is based off of your sponsor tree. So it literally has nothing to do with your two-team pay. It has nothing to do with your left or your right. Every single person that you personally enroll, once you become the rank of silver, you have the ability to start getting generation pay. We'll go through all of the ranks on the last page of the compensation plan. And so basically what that means is a generation is infinite. So I make a 10% match in addition to my 20% match once I reach silver on every single person that I enroll to infinity. So everybody they enroll, everybody they enroll, everybody they enroll, everybody they enroll, all the way down. Now we pay generations of gold. So it's a very deep generation that we pay. Most generations pay kind of the equivalent of about $1,000 on your lesser team. Ours starts at $5,000, or excuse me, $2,500 on your lesser team. So again, our generations are about 2.5 times bigger than what the industry standard has been. And that is a massive difference. It just enables you to get paid, so much deeper. And so when I say that you make 10% to infinity, that's all the way to infinity until it hits the next silver or higher. Once it hits a silver or higher, gold or higher, not silver. Once it hits a gold or higher, that doesn't end your pay. That just ends your first generation and starts your second. So you're still getting a 10% match to infinity. That continues down until it hits another gold or higher. Again, that doesn't end your pay. That just ends your second generation and starts your third. That continues on until it hits another gold or higher. That ends your third generation and starts your fourth. That continues on still to infinity until it hits another gold or higher. That ends your fourth generation and starts your fifth. And you get paid up to 4 generations. This literally can be hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of people on a massive organization that you're getting a 10% match on. And again, this can be massive. So if you look at some of the two-team pay plans that a lot of people have heard of, maybe like a Monavie. Monavie, when they first launched, they got up close to $1 billion in sales, 600-700 million. The top leaders are people that I personally know. We're making somewhere in the neighborhood of $700,000 to $800,000 per month. Their two-team plan maxed out at $10,000 per week, so half of what ours does. That means the most they could make in the two-team plan was $40,000, and if they were making, let's say, $800,000, that means $760,000 was coming from their matches. Their matches paid an average of 4 to 8%. Ours pays 10%, and it's also 2.5 times bigger generation than what they had. So on a large organization, this generation match and the personal match is going to be the largest part of your commissions. One of the things I think is important, this is a proven plan. Our parent companies ran more than 500 million in sales through this plan. We paid people all over the world 7 figures. We've had many 6-figure weeks. So people making more than 100,000 a week, $200,000-300,000 per month consistently. And so it's one of the things that you can be confident that you're not going to be seeing changes. We're just about to finish our 7th year with our parent company, running this exact plan all 7 years, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars all over the world. So when you get started with Flex, even though this is a brand new division, it is something that the compensation plan, the programming, all of those things are already time tested and proven. And we already know we can pay, well over $100,000 per week to our brand partners. And a lot of that is right here through the personal sponsor match and the generation match. Very, very powerful part of the compensation plan. The one-time rank advance bonuses starting at Blue Diamond, 10,000. Double Blue Diamond actually is 20,000. 40,000 at Black Diamond, 75,000 at Double Black Diamond, and 150,000 at Green Diamond. We paid out all of these bonuses. to people just like you all over the world. I'll make sure that we correct that double blue diamond bonus for the next presentation. And then right here, obviously this is going to be kind of small to read, so I'll just kind of go through it. This is our ranking. So everybody, when they come in, you start off as an influencer. We go to a brand partner, a brand influencer, and basically that's just somebody who's active. And then you become a qualified brand influencer. That's somebody who has one left and one right. At that point, you're qualified to earn up to $20,000 per week in the 2-team plan, and unlimited pay with your personal matches. So you can sponsor unlimited people. So that means your pay never has a ceiling on it. And then we go to silver. Silver is 1,000 weekly CV on your lesser team. Then we go to gold. Again, remember, gold is what all these generations are based off of. It's 2,500 per week. And silver and above, you need a $25 order. So our pro package. Our pro package qualifies you for every part of the compensation plan, except for that one lifestyle bonus that we talked about before. So you can go all the way up to green diamond, get the $150,000 bonus, the $75,000 double black diamond bonus, all of the different bonuses that we talked about. There's several $100,000 in bonuses above diamond, just with a $25 purchase. So we wanted to make sure that everybody has a great chance to, get paid, build a massive team, no matter where you are in the world. So gold, $25 order, one active left, one active right, and then $2,500 on your pay leg. Platinum, same thing, $24.95 order, or $25 order, 5,000 left, 5,000 right. Diamond, which maxes out the compensation plan. Blue diamond and above has the exact same compensation plan as diamond. It just has the one-time rank advance bonuses that are available that we discussed on the previous slide. So diamond is 7,500 CV on your lesser team and a $2,500 order. Blue diamond, in order to get the rank advance bonus, you need to hold that volume. And again, the volume for blue diamond is 15,000. You need to hold that 5 weeks in a row, and then you get, as soon as you've held that 5 weeks in a row, you get the $10,000 one-time rank advance bonus. Then we have double blue diamond at 25,000 CV. You need to hold that 6 weeks in a row, and you get the $20,000 rank advance bonus. We have black diamond, which is 50,000 CV. You hold that for 8 weeks. You get a $40,000 rank advance bonus. Double black diamond, which is 100,000 CV on your lesser team. Hold that for 10 weeks. You get a 75,000 one-time rank advance bonus. And then the green diamond, highest position in the company, 250,000 CV per week. Hold that for 12 weeks, and you get a $150,000 rank advance bonus. As mentioned, we've already paid out many of all of those bonuses, so we know that it's very possible. And we pay the commissions on every Tuesday. So just to kind of go through the commission schedule, the customer bonus, the fast start bonus is instant pay. So as soon as you sign them up, it goes to your e-wallet. The 2-team pay, the matching bonus, and the generation matching ends every Tuesday, and then it's paid the following Wednesday. So there's a 1-week delay, just in case there's any refunds, chargebacks, anything like that. It gives us a little bit of time to pull back the commissions that are paid on fraud, refunds, chargebacks. And so lifestyle bonus and the mini lifestyle bonus, which is up to the $350, is paid on the 10th, I believe, the 15th of the following month. So you qualify for that in August. That'll be paid September 15th. And then it just goes that way every single month. We do have, this is important that people understand, because 2-team pay pays unlimited levels, it has the only way that it can basically keep from paying out more than 100% is it has a max. Our max, not including the lifestyle bonus, the customer bonus, the fast start bonuses do not count towards this. This is just the 2-team pay, the sponsors match, and the generation match. We have a 60% max. So if it happens any given week to pay out more than 60%, it just reduces that 10 to 20% so that the max pay is 60%. Typically, when there's an adjustment, let's say that the brand partner would make 10% with no adjustment. Typically, an adjustment, you're seeing that drop down to somewhere between 7 to 8.5%. Some weeks there's no adjustment and it pays the full 10%. Every week's different, just based on how balanced everybody is, the new people to come in, and things like that. So that's basically something that's important that people realize, is it does have a guaranteed 60% payout. If it pays out less than that, it does go into a pool so that it can eat up that pool before it adjusts the plan. If it has gone more than the 60%, there is no money in the pool. It does adjust it down. And again, when we see an adjustment, it's usually somewhere between 1.5%, 2%, somewhere in there is what the adjustment usually is. And so hopefully that gives you a pretty good understanding of the compensation plan. A couple of things that I want to explain before we go ahead and end the call. I will see if there's any questions. I'll just leave it on this slide just for a second, and then I'll shut the slides down and just talk for a minute. But a couple of things I really want to point out. I think one of the biggest things in compensation plans that people have in their minds, that you have to be a great recruiter, that you have to sponsor a whole bunch of people, and that's not true at all. Bottom line, you have to be a good duplicator. I like to run through just some basic numbers so that people have an understanding. And it's either, since it's a 2-team plan, I like to either run through getting 2 and duplicating that, or I like through consistency. I like to run through the consistency model and dropping it all the way down to as little as sponsor 1 per month and create the duplication there. And as you'll be able to see here in just the next few minutes, you don't ever have to do any more than that. Nobody on your team ever has to do any more than that to make income that is just mind-blowing. So let me just give you a couple examples. Let's say a 6-month example to $600,000-$700,000 per year. Here's how it would look. The way to make the most money, obviously, is to duplicate that $50. So I'll duplicate the 50, then I'll drop one down at the 25, drop one down to the $14.95, just so you can kind of see how this works. But I love to explain the lifestyle bonus. And so my main goal would be to at least get the 2x2 bonus my first month and try and duplicate that. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. So I spend $50. That's step 1. Step 2, I share the information. Now, what information? We have an 8-minute video. We have a 13-minute video. We have a 17-minute video. We'll have a whole bunch more tools coming out soon. So you share, let's say, that 8-minute video with as many people as it takes to get 2 other people that get started for the $50. And then step 3, I help them do the same thing. So my goal would be to get my first 2 in my first 2 weeks, help them get their first 2 in their first 2 weeks. That way I complete that 2x2 in my first month. Everybody's going to be willing to profit their first month, never be out of pocket again. And again, it's just works perfectly just by that one simple bonus. So I get 2. That pays, again, a first order bonus of 50% of the CV. So that's the CV is $40 on the premium package. So I made 40 back within my first 2 weeks. Then I help my 2 get 2. So by the end of my first month, I have a total team of 6 people. I made 40, and then I made the bonus, which is a $50 bonus. And then there's just $4 going through on 3 people on my left, 3 people on my right. That's $12 in volume on my left, $12 in volume on my right. Starting off as a brand influencer, make it to 10% of that, it's $1.20. So I'm looking at about $91.20. So I almost doubled my money my first month with just getting 2 and helping them get 2. So that's 2, they got 2, which is 4. Those 4 get 2, which is 8. Those 8 get 2, which is 16. At the end of my second month, I have 30 people. Still making now over $100. So I'm making more than double my money. Only out of pocket 1 time. If you're ever out of pocket more than 1 time, you're not doing it right. That's the bottom line. And then month 3, 4, 5, 6, we just fast forward to month 6. That's around 8,109 people that have joined your team, around 4,000 left, 4,000 right. In this compensation plan, that'll put you, depending on if it all built out exactly like that, that'll put you between 40 and 50,000 US dollars per month. At this point, I say, well, even if that was cut in half, you're still 20 to 25,000 a month, cut it in half again. You're still 10 to 12,000 a month, cut it in half again. You're still 5 to 6,000 a month, cut it in half again. You're still, 3 to 3,500 a month, and we just cut it in half 5 times. So again, the amount of money that can be made, even at the the $50 package, getting 2 and helping them get 2 and duplicating that within 6 months is massive. Obviously, that doesn't max out the plan. There is no max to the plan. You can make unlimited income. Now, obviously, I think you should be able to find 2 much faster than 2 weeks. So let's look at a plan on the $24.95 or the $25. Same thing. Step number 1, I get started for 25. Step number 2, I love to work with what I call a 48-hour blueprint, or launch your business in your first 48 hours. We'll do a training on just this exact thing of launching your business in 48 hours. The goal is to get 2 people in 48 hours. Help them get 2, et cetera, et cetera. By the end of your first month, you've already earned more than $100,000. So $100,000 US dollars, very first month at the $25 package. All I did was got 2 within my first 48 hours and help them get 2 within their first 48 hours. I could drop all the way down to the $14.95, get 2 people in my first 48 hours and duplicate that. I still make $100,000 US dollars my very first month. So is that going to happen? I don't know. It should be able to happen. We have 8 billion people. I think at least half of them can greatly benefit from these AI tools. Every student, every marketer, anybody in sales, every teacher. Again, the list goes on so big. We're talking about billions and billions, 0 borders. So you have no borders in this business. Something that's affordable for every single country, between $15 and $50. All the tools, the Powerline system, the phone app. We already have the recorded calls at 3 different lengths: 8 minutes, 13 minutes, 17 minutes. We'll have many other ones that go through each aspect of the product, 2 or 3 minutes. So the tools are going to be there. Last thing that I'll cover, I'll just go ahead and stop the screen share. Go through this really quick, and I see that there is maybe a couple questions. But one of the things that I think is also powerful, a lot of people have seen that power of 1, that penny doubling every day for a month. At the end of 30 days, it's $5 million. That's the same exact thing if I sponsored 1 person per month, but we're looking at monthly instead of daily. So if I sponsored 1 person a month, month 1, I have 1 person, month 2, I have 3 people, month 4, I have 6 people, or 7 people, sorry. Month 4, I have 15 people. Month 5, I have 31 people. We're talking very slow duplication. But as that continues to go, month 30, so not even 3 years, that would put me at 5 million people on my team. By the end of my 3rd year, only sponsoring 1 person per month and duplicating that, I have over 320 million people in my organization. So here's the bottom line. No networker ever needs to sponsor more than 1 person a month if you can create duplication. And with all the tools and everything that we have and this product, that's probably the hottest thing to hit the market in any of our lifetimes with AI. How can't you get 1 person a month and duplicate that? Again, look at it. At the end of 1 year, it's enough people that you're making around $600,000 or $700,000 a year. So $50,000, $60,000 per month. By the end of your first year. By the end of your 2nd year, it's 7 figures. By the end of your 3rd year, it's 7 figures a month. That's just sponsoring 1 person a month. And look at this. We're talking about taking this product to every student in the world, 16 and over. So you're a sophomore in high school, or you have a son that's a sophomore in high school. And you can focus and teach them by using the social media, by using the Flex Powerline, by using the phone app, by using all of that. I don't think anybody in the world can say that it's unrealistic to make 1 sign up per month. Fast forward 3 years, he's a senior in high school. Even if he was 1% of the potential, that's still an organization of over 3 million. Even if he is 1/10 of 1%, that's still an organization of over 300,000. And what are we duplicating? We're not duplicating signing up like 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 people a day, which is very doable in this. We're talking about one person a month between $14.95 and $50 per month with a product that's going to help every single one of them learn faster, learn better, and earn money, and have all the same tax benefits as any brick and mortar business in the United States. And I know that there's many tax benefits worldwide. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and just look at the Q&A really quick, and then we will end the call. This says here, my Flex Invite app is not showing what you're describing. How do we get the right app? That is the right app. So I have no idea what you're talking about. It's the exact same compensation plan. In fact, this compensation plan that I just went off of is taken off of the website that goes to the app. So the flexpowerline.com is exactly where the app takes anybody. Right there, it has the link to this exact compensation plan. So it's describing exactly what I described, because this is actually taken from that website. When Ruby is eventually announced to the public, will everyone who signs up be personally sponsored, or will there be any anonymous signups? Not sure what that means either. You can't sign up without a link. So every single person will have a sponsor. So you have to, everybody was invited by somebody. And so whoever invited you, you upgrade, that's your personal sponsor. The Powerline system, I'll discuss briefly. Basically, Flex Powerline, as soon as that launches, as soon as we go live, people are always going to have the ability to enter in their name and their email address and lock in a free spot in the actual tree. To finish the lock in the spot, they do have to go and choose a username and a password, a couple other things, just so that they can log in. But it literally puts them into the Flex downline, into that 2-team plan. So basically, they're in the plan, they're just not active yet. And so every week, so every Tuesday night is the cutoff night. Every single person that upgrades, let's say that there's a line, you lock in your free position, and that week, 50 people lock in a position underneath you. And let's say that number 38 decides to upgrade for the $15 to the $50, it doesn't matter. And so number 40 is the one who decides to upgrade. The 39 people above them will be sent a message saying you have a check waiting. This pays 10% to the placement. So anybody who's placed underneath you, you make 10%. That's why we can say you have a check waiting, because even if you didn't sponsor them, they're going to be underneath you. You're going to earn a check. So let's say that between the 39 people that get that email, let's say that number 25 also upgrades. Now everybody else is going to get, you have a check waiting with 2 people who have upgraded. And let's say number 10 upgrades. The 9 people above them are going to say you have 3 people that have upgraded. So let's say you decide to upgrade. So now there's 4 people that week that upgraded. Those 4 people are going to be compressed above the other 36 people, the other 46 people. Those other 46 people are still going to have their position. They're just going to have missed out on active people who upgraded and are building the program. And then that just goes on every single week. So every single week, you have people coming in for free through Flex Powerline. You have people upgrading. Every time somebody upgrades, it sends a notification upline, fear of loss. Hey, if you don't upgrade by midnight Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, this person is going to be placed above you. You're missing out on commissions. And so that's basically how the Powerline system works. This says what happens to people that we've signed up in our tree, but they never start paying. They're going to be purged from the system. So people stay in. I think starting off, we're going to give them 60 days. After that, free people will have 30 days. So they can be in the tree for free for 30 days, then they're purged. Starting off, we're going to give people 60 days. So if they don't upgrade between the 14 and the $50 package within 60 days from when we go live, they'll be purged from the tree and would have to just rejoin, re-sign up. So not necessarily a penalty, but they'll also be getting those emails every single week. The reason for that is to try and encourage people. They can see that their business is growing. They can see that all they got to do is upgrade for as little as $15. I'm already guaranteed to have people underneath me. So it's just one of the proven methods to get a little bit higher sign-up rate. And here's the bottom line. Nobody needs any better than a 1%, 1.5%, 0.5% sign-up rate to make millions of dollars in this industry. So the only thing that I can't show you how to make $1 million is a 0% sign-up rate. And it's pretty hard to get a 0% sign-up rate with a product that's powerful, this useful, going all the way down to 16, 17, 18-year-olds. They can use this to learn so much faster, so much more efficiently than not using AI. And pretty much 100% of students are going to be using AI, or they're just not going to be as effective as the students that aren't. It's the exact same thing that happened with the calculator. Before there were calculators, everybody, all math was done writing everything out. As soon as the calculators came out, then the schools would say, hey, you can use it to check your work, but you can't use it during tests. As soon as you got up into higher maths like calculus and all of that, then they're like, use the calculator for your test. Because nobody in their right mind in today's world is not going to use a calculus calculator to do calculus, because it makes 0 sense. That's why it was created. So even all the way back when I was taking calculus my senior year in high school, we could use the calculators through all the tests. But before that, they wouldn't let you use calculators and stuff like that. AI is the exact same thing. Schools are going to have to embrace AI and teach people how to use AI the exact same way that they started to teach people how to use calculators and different things like that, because there is not going to be people writing from absolute scratch in the future. It makes 0 sense to do so. If you're doing that, you're not going to be effective enough. You're going to be too slow. Everybody's going to be way more productive. They're going to be able to put out better content faster than you, and there's going to be no need for you. So that's basically what's happening. So we want to go right from the beginning and show students how to use this to learn more effectively, but at the same time, show them a business that can pay them unlimited commissions, tax benefits, teach them marketing skills, social media. They already have the social media skills. So again, it's the only way that you cannot get one person a month is you just don't participate and you don't get the information out to anybody. So hopefully this makes sense to you, and you have in your mind that this is so doable for every single person. We went through, if I got 2 people in 48 hours and I duplicated that, my first month I'm making 100,000. Even at the $14.95, it's going to be significantly more at the $25 and double at the $50. And if I can get one person a month and I can duplicate that, that's still going to put me at hundreds of thousands of dollars per month, even at the $14.95. Excuse me, per year, not per month. Hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, even at the $14.95, 600,000 or 700,000 per year at the $50. If I continue that, within 2 years, I'm definitely making 7 figures. 3 years, I'm definitely making 7 figures per month. So 8 billion people, no borders. So many people can benefit from the products and service. So again, thanks everybody. I hope you have a great night. Make sure and join us tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to be going through extract and showing bits and pieces. We don't have any calls put past that because we plan on being live. But if we're not, we'll do some more training. So we're going to keep going every single night with the communication until we're live. Right now, we do have a plan tomorrow, but we plan on being live after that and taking orders and building and putting this all into place. So again, thanks everybody. Have a great night.